I think I'm done reading YouTube comments for like ever.
They say like you're not supposed to.
Oh yeah.
The only thing you're supposed to do is like read if they like recommend like questions or something.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you're just supposed to kind of skip the trolls.
I mean, it's everybody, man. It's everybody.
That's what like people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took
So
his
I'm definitely
advice,
done with it.
and it's like, you know how it's like made you look. I went out and found a GIF, and now it's like whenever somebody makes something that's like a somewhat
Hostile
comment, it's like made you look, and it's like,
Yeah. It's tough out there. It's tough out there. But it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like fun to kind of troll people too, because they take it like really seriously. But it just reminds me of how like undernutritioned everybody is out there. You know what I mean? Like if you go out and eat a steak, like you're not going to be mad and go type on the
steak
internet.
last night.
I had it an hour ago and I already feel way better than I did 2 hours ago. You know what I mean? But if you just go out there and like eat food and like touch grass, you're not going to go back on the internet and be like, I can't believe this guy. He said this about that. And it's like, no one cares. No one cares, right? There's like a billion people out there. You could say like, comment something like, oh, shit podcast.
My post wouldn't be like descriptive like that. It'd just be like, fuck Bob or something, you know, whoever pissed me off that day, you know, it'd just be like, fuck Bob, you know, like,
yeah.
Next day it'd just be like nothing happened, you know, like.
I think people take it like a little bit further though. You
not
know what
me,
I mean?
not me.
I always
good.
just imagine like in South Park when they were playing World of Warcraft, and they're just like, and they're like really fat. That's what like I imagine all the trolls.
That's like going to a University of Advanced Technologies down in Tempe. They're just like that. There's been times where I was in school where you'd have people that are fit that exact same stereotype. Where like we've actually like I walked in one side of the room, it smelled so bad. I beelined it out and went to the other side of the room because it was it's just like I didn't know where the break was, but it smelled so bad. I needed to get fresh air, so I had to leave the classroom, go to the other side of the classroom because some of them just stink that bad.
Dang.
I think somebody was put in a requisite to Axe because at the time, like this is 2003, 2004, so Axe started blowing up, and so it's like Axe had a whole display for us to just like sample all these different things.
Damn. I had a question for you guys.
Oh no.
Well, I'm known for this. If you ask Caitlin,
Is it about those monsters that you bring around in the front?
I just
watched that
table
clip.
of selling, Brad. Is that what this is about?
But do you guys ever do something weird in your sleep?
Like
yeah.
like
I'm known for this. Like last night. This is last night. It was like warm in our room, so I was just sleeping with just the sheets. And then like I got a little cold in the middle of the night, so I just grabbed whatever I could. It was my robe. My robe has a zipper. It's not like a typical robe. And when I grabbed it, it like came over, hit me in the arm. The zipper did. And I was like half awake, half in dream world. So like realistically, just went, and that was it. In dream world, it caught me open. I'm bleeding out. If I don't know what happens to Brad in dream world, I apparently sat up, grabbed my robe, wrapped it around my arm, then like tied like Rambo style tied
About
it.
to like shoot up.
And then like I went back to bed. I woke up 2 hours later, arms numb, sweating because it's just so tight and wrapped up so much. And I was like, "Who did that?" And he was like, "You did." I was like, "Oh, my arm is purple." Like I'm known for doing weird things like that in my sleep.
I've talked to my sleep, but I've never done like something
I
physical
talk all
like
the
that.
time in my sleep. Caitlin has conversations because she thinks it's funny with me.
That's horrible. I think Kayla does that to me too, but there is one thing that I've definitely done. You know how like right before you go to bed, like your brain kind of like shuts off, but like you're not quite asleep yet.
That's
like
I love that feeling.
well, it's like almost
there.
almost sleeping, right? I fall a lot during that period. So my brain thinks that I'm tumbling, and then I jump. Like, you know, I get like a little like sudden jolt, and I do that probably. It's probably like 3 or 4 times like a week.
Damn.
You know, just like right before I go to bed. You know,
do you do that when you're like laying down? Because I've had it where I'm laying down and all of a sudden like I think I'm falling and I jump.
Yeah, it only happens when I'm trying to go to bed.
Yeah, but you're like laying down, right? Not just sitting in a chair.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever fallen asleep like sitting up.
Caitlin is every
Like
night.
very rarely.
She plays Animal Crossing.
Unless if you have like a really, really good comfy chair. Then you're like,
Oh.
then you can kind of sink into it, but then you're kind of laying down. Like you're kind of, you know,
Yeah, you're
like
at,
you're
like,
kicking
you're
your feet
reclined,
up.
yeah.
And you're like chilling, you know?
I'll do that if, like, if I don't have
Um,
my CPAP or if I want to take a nap because I want to keep elevated and such. So I'll try to fall asleep leaning up, like your, for example, your couch. I'd probably, like, if I want to take a power nap, hop in that corner, prop myself up, keep my head up above.
Gone.
So, yeah. Take a quick power nap and get ready. Let's go.
That's
I'll wake
also
myself up by falling.
the corner of the house that doesn't have any light coming in. So it's like perfect for daytime sleeping, you know? Well, you have mentioned too, like, I guess it can happen when you're like really bored. You guys remember like in high school when you're just sitting through like a class,
and
or,
you do like
yeah,
this?
and you do this, and then all of a sudden you just like.
I would try to do it with my left hand
Bump
and right
out.
with
I
my
do that
right.
at work, like half the time, right away
Yeah.
in the morning, like getting there.
If we're
Just
at like a training or something.
no, just like sitting there right away in the morning until we have kids waking up. You know, it's just like you're just sitting there and it's all quiet, so you're just like, we're gonna enjoy
So-
this while we can.
Yeah, that's when you gotta get one. That's when you gotta
like-
get like a mat and you gotta like lay down on like the chairs that are across
Yeah, when we're
the
just
kitchen.
chilling. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I've fallen asleep in forklifts before, where, like, because you're waiting for
And then I get right to that like point, and then like
Oh man!
then like my
Liability, man.
like I get to that point where it's just like I'm almost sleeping, and then like I have the feeling like, oh, kid's awake, so I just like shoot up real quick, and then there's
Yeah.
nothing going on. I'm like, okay, back here. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, we need that type of reaction on a forklift. Because
oh
how many
shit, I'm
OSHA
trying.
violations are we gonna break this
Just
podcast?
try this forklift. You're like, whoa, don't worry.
Run over a worker, like
One
the guy
impaled.
yelling.
I couldn't
One
hear
impaled,
you.
you just
Couldn't hear
keep
you.
trying.
The regional manager is stuck on the edge.
Well, it's usually right around that 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning when you're already like 10 hours in your 12 hours.
Oh my gosh!
And you're sitting there waiting for whatever needs to be filled. Because I work for a company that makes cereal and stuff like that, and oatmeal and such. And so you're waiting for the bag to get filled up before you can get down and tie it off. Before basically there's a ding that goes off or a bell, and then it's like you could fall asleep because it usually takes, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to fill. And you can nod off pretty quick. It happens to everybody at that point in time in your shift because you're already 10 hours into your 12-hour shift. It's like you're just comfortable, like, you fall asleep, and and it's
You
like
just get like a knock on the door or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if I've never drove a forklift, so they don't have doors, do they?
So it depends on what it is. Ours didn't. Because ours were all inside, so they're all open cab.
Oh,
the
I
ones
would-
that transition
I
back
would
and
mess
forth.
with the employees so badly if I like walk by and someone's sleeping, like, and just push them out of the forklift.
Most of the time, it's all of us trying to make sure that nobody falls asleep when their bosses are around.
I might do that at work. Like,
You should-
notice
I
someone
do
sleeping,
that.
and just go.
I think I did,
Yeah.
but then I don't know if I have it anymore.
Yeah.
I have some stories on third.
So I'm excited.
I
I
just
was,
have a knife.
Not for this. Oh, that was a satisfying sound.
Yeah. So tonight we have Starlight Distillery's blackberry flavored whiskey,
yeah.
and this is courtesy from Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
He was like, "Hey, we should try this."
Well, no, I just happened to be in.
Do you want to like top off, or
Yeah.
just try it?
Let's try it for now.
Okay. I don't know how we're gonna go tonight. You know.
Yeah, I just start with just a little bit of a teaser, and then if it's fire, because it's like they had two different versions there, and this is someone that Bray and I talked about a couple years ago that this is one of the things we wanted. But we couldn't find anything that has
Thank you,
quality.
sir.
It was like always at that $20 or $15 bottle, so you know it's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
And this one I found like this one had 80 something proof. So I was like, all right, so this got a little bit of ingenuity. There's got a little bit of money into it. So it's like, all right, we'll pick it up
Yeah,
and give it a try.
You know, the rest will go into the B tier. Whatever we don't finish tonight. No.
Yep.
And then make sure you rub the B tier Buddha for good luck.
The BT or Buddha.
Rub his stomach or whatever. I don't know. I can't reach it from here, but yeah. I want to get a logo on that. I don't know if we make stickers or anything, but we'll get there.
I can do that.
It's a blackberry whiskey.
It's not bad. It really is not bad. It needs to be colder, but it's not bad.
It's like distilled.
That's what I think. I
in-
think if it was like cold,
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, because I think we got a little bit ahead of ourselves, letting it instead of allowing it to chill.
Yeah,
so.
we did
But
not
I think
let it
once
chill.
it gets cold, it's like that's a good one that you could store in your freezer or in your fridge, and then I could really take it. Could be
That's
really
so
fun.
That's so sweet.
That's the one I'm taking ice fishing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. So that does like okay. So
Would that be good for when the walleyes start hopping? Ooh.
me and Jeff had talked about it though, like the $20 ones, like how they're more like actually flavored that way.
Yeah.
This one feels like it was distilled in like a blackberry bourbon thing, you know, like a actual like cask of blackberry, not just like we're gonna add
a bunch of
artificial
syrup.
flavor into it. Yeah, put like the syrup in the bottom of the bottle or whatever.
Caitlin had one of her renowned cravings, and she wanted angel food cake at like 2 a.m. And so then the next day we got one of because she had a craving. But if you had angel food cake with like strawberries and all that stuff, and then had this go
Make a
with
reduction out of that?
Ooh.
That'd be good.
That'd be pretty.
Caitlin's renowned for having the ridiculous cravings at like.
She's not pregnant either. That's the thing.
I know.
That'd go really good.
It'd be
with
like
a
4 in the
pork
morning,
chop.
and she's like, "I
Right?
want Indian food." I'm like, "You don't like Indian food." I know. I want it. I'm like, "It's 4 in the morning. Go back to bed."
Do we have any Indian food here in La Crosse?
There's one,
There's
and
one?
they are open 2 days a week or 3 days a week at like weird times. And it's like the most inconvenient.
Tuesday afternoon, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, it's like
No,
we're just,
it's
we
like
just had this open
1
for
to
money
3.
laundering
you
purposes.
say it's inconvenient to you, but it's very convenient to them.
Sure.
Okay.
Being open and closing and being open and closing is super convenient.
They're only open when they want to be open,
Yeah.
dude. When
Yeah.
they can have
if
the
they
time
watch
to
this,
open.
I'm sorry for being inconvenienced.
Very good food. Okay.
I didn't have it yet.
Well, we can.
That was the one time that we didn't get it.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't open.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that has
open.
been like, she's like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Sure." And she looks, it's not open. No, okay, I guess we can't have Indian food.
All right, guys. So I have an idea. You know how last time we were talking about the escape room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine that, but a robbery bank heist with your friends. So you could hire a bunch of actors, and us four, the boys, could run in and rob a bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very.
And it would be like a reverse escape room. We have to get out and shoot. Like we
You have
can,
to
we
get
can
in.
hire
Is it like
Get
laser
in.
tag? Because
yeah,
we're not gonna be shooting real guns.
It'd be
at
Nerf
each
guns,
other.
Nerf guns or
Oh.
something.
Paintball guns too as well,
Paintball,
yeah.
paintball
Oh, there we go.
guns,
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
non-lethal.
yeah, that's why I was
but
just like, wait.
I feel like they
But-
couldn't even do it without the act. Like,
I was
you
like,
just
if we're gonna
sneak
do
in,
this
like,
Yeah,
and
you have to plan
get the
it out.
consequences, we might as well just go do it.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to
Exactly.
this worked in the escape room. I don't understand what happened.
you and the boys.
I don't know why I got shot. I'm just the guy directing traffic here.
You know, you and the boys have to figure out like who you would actually hire to get into the bank room. You know, steal all the money, and then on your way out, you have to like. We could make it like a Heat-esque kind of shootout at the end, where it's like you have to try to get away from the cops. The cops usually win.
Who's getaway driver? Like,
Yeah, but you have to like plan all of that, and it would be like part of the whole like experience, right? And that would be kind of fun, and that kind of brings me in. So like, if you guys had to take people with you for a job like that, say you were robbing a bank or casino, you know, your Ocean's 11's pick, who would you guys keep with you?
Politician of some sort because they make money.
Okay, politician.
I have no idea.
Brad's
See,
thinking.
There was like, there was a movie that came out that was kind of like that. That had
Ocean's
like,
11, 12.
Yeah,
No.
all the
It was
Ocean's
like
movies.
it was
George
about old people
Clooney
robbing a
and-
bank, and like,
Huh?
what's the actor?
The Town?
No, this is you.
that was a great movie.
Oh, I love The
I
Town,
haven't seen
man.
that one.
Ooh.
I watched that one.
So there's one that
Heat,
has an
Point
older
Break
cast like
is always good.
with Morgan Freeman and a
Yep,
few
yep,
other
yep.
ones. Yeah, I know what you're
And
talking
like
about.
in the movie,
Old
he like
people.
works at he like got a job at like the fair across like down the road, and then he takes his like 30-minute, but because like it's a fair, they're not like clock out. They're like, all right, and he goes in the bathrooms, and then like they're just porta potties, so he just breaks has like the wall cut out. He goes robs the bank before his 30 minutes is up. He comes, gets the money away, comes back, goes into the bathroom to the back, and then the camera like caught him like coming out of the bathroom 15 minutes later, and so it's like he has an alibi and stuff, and that's what I think about.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because if you get caught, what's your alibi?
Right, yeah.
What's your alibi? Yeah.
That's the biggest like.
I mean,
I was at
thankful-
home with my dog.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know.
That's not a good
That
one.
one works like 95.
That makes
Dude,
you.
Who are they gonna do? Like, what are they gonna do? Ask the dog? Is that
makes you
real? I don't know.
There is a
Suspect number one.
There is a legit
It's a great
story where
one.
there was a bank robbery. I don't remember where it was at, but it was an inside job. It was all done during a party, during like an office party and stuff like that. And they had it all orchestrated. They had everything all ready to go. They had a U-Haul van rental in. They all left. They all managed to escape, and they walked away with $17 million.
17
Million, yeah. And the only reason why they got caught is one of the guys wanted to go buy a house or a car, but he still had the original band from the bank on the wad of cash.
Oh, what are you doing?
So of course the sales rep gets like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?" So then of course, and he
Florida
gets pinched.
man.
He rats on everybody, but now get this: the money was never recovered, and all the people did their time and they're out.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's
Like
like
the
a
only worst
Cooper
part is
story.
like, but now the thing is like, how do you launder that money so this way he doesn't get this? So it's like least upside now is like we have cryptocurrency. It's like launder the money that way.
Yeah, laundering money in crypto is like the hardest thing to do
That's
ever.
what they just-
So
you just buy
yeah, it's
art.
all public blockchains, man.
Or they buried
Oh.
it somewhere.
Yeah, or bury it.
Yeah, so that's
Bury your
that's
money.
the true
Bury
story.
money and then bring it back into circulation.
Yeah,
Or you just start off with
20
small
years
bills.
later.
Oh, like opening a restaurant, like an Indian restaurant, just only open up around times and
What
just
is
kind of
it,
go
like
from there.
A food
Saul
co-op,
yeah.
something.
The
like,
Saul Goodman breakdown where he's like, "All right, you gotta wash
open
your
up
money.
a Burger King,
What's your
Like-
guys'
Saloon.
favorite?
Hardee's,
dude.
let's open up a Hardee's.
cash
All of a sudden
business.
it's doing well.
You gotta do like barbershop.
What's your guys' favorite heist movie?
Ooh, nice.
Point Break or Heat.
Yeah, he's
Point Break was
solid.
good. I liked Point Break.
Yeah.
He
the,
was good.
The Town is a
I
very
think I have to
close
say the
Yeah.
Town.
second or
Okay.
third. Yeah,
I think
I see his movie.
I think I have to say
I
the
liked
Town.
or the intro to Batman Begins. Like,
Yeah, that
if
was
you
cool.
count that, that was one of the cooler scenes in cinema, but not like the whole movie.
The
is not
Town
like
or
that.
Baby Driver.
Baby Drivers. That's
Baby
Driver is
Driver.
great.
Mhm.
Have you guys seen the movie Flypaper?
No.
Flypaper.
This
no.
is my favorite. It's literally like this like high tech professional bank heist. Like team comes in to rob a bank, and at the same time these like two redneck guys are just here to rob the ATMs, and they rob the bank at the same time. So they're like,
man.
hands up, and then they look and they're like, hands up. What are you doing? He's like, we're robbing the bank. We're robbing the bank. And it's like, it's just this. There's not even like it's thrilling. It's more like hilarious. And the whole time you're just dying laughing at these idiots robbing the ATMs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guys are like super sophisticated, so they're like,
Like real big.
"What are you guys doing?" Yeah.
Oh, there was a good comedy that came out. I can't remember. It had Matt Dillon in it, and it had a few other people that are like low name, but it came out like 2004. And it was just a bunch of twists. It was a fun bank robbery movie where it's like the guy gets in, becomes a bank robber, but it's like there's an entire crew on the outside, and how it all unfolds. It's a fun movie.
Yeah. We watched The Den of Thieves.
Didn't have thieves. Oh, that's with
Is that the zombie one?
no,
No.
it's with Leonidas, King
Yeah,
Leonidas.
the guy who played in 300.
Gerard
Oh,
Butler.
they just made a second one of
Yep.
those.
Yeah,
Get him
so
okay.
we didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah.
So we went to the theaters and we watched. We're like, I feel like I'm missing some of the story.
Oh,
Right.
well,
Really?
for context, I guess, like the second one's been out like 3-4 months now, so I've already seen it probably like 100 times. So no.
It was good, and I feel
Or-
like what you didn't see, you don't need to know. But like, we're like, he
Yeah.
knows this character, and we don't know how.
Yeah, family, dog. Yeah.
Another good one is like The Highwaymen, where it's the Bonnie and Clyde story.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
with
that was
Kevin
a good-
Costner. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the Fast and Furious, like is it 5 or 7 when they rob the bank? And then
Oh,
they're
down in
driving-
Mexico. Yeah.
They're driving
Number
down
7.
the street with the bank attached to, like the bank vault attached to the back of their semi truck. And then they have like a tank
Came in
falling
like
out of
a
the
wrecking
air,
ball.
and then-
When I
Yeah.
watched that,
Megatron's flying in. I don't know what's going on in those movies anymore.
So when-
They're dropping cars from the
Yeah.
airplanes now.
Exactly. Yeah, they're like the Transformers.
when
man.
that movie came out, I was younger, and we went to like Redbox, and it was with my family. We all rented it. My brother wanted to watch that, and I want to watch the new Transformers.
Yeah.
So we watched back-to-back movies as a family.
Yeah, it was like a Barbenheimer.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, I love the Transformers. So I was like, that was amazing. My parents were like, I think the other one more realistic. I was like, the one where they're hauling a bank vault.
Swerving in the oncoming Honda Priuses.
And
Like, Mom, what do you mean?
the physics are not with the
Yeah.
And they're
They're
like,
clearly going 20 miles an hour.
they're
in the
like,
green
yeah, but your
screen,
competition is aliens that transform into cars. I was like, they both are ridiculous, is what we're saying.
And then you guys watched G.I. Joe after that, and we're like, how does this tie into every other series we've watched today? I don't know. Like,
Recently, we watched Flight Risk.
okay.
Oh, that's the new Christmas movie that came out with
Oh.
Jason Bateman.
No, it
Oh,
had,
that's a different one.
This was the one that had Mel Gibson directed it as like in a plane.
I think I'm in that movie. Yeah.
You probably did a better job.
Yeah. See, if I was on that plane.
We had it's like there's like a guy who like is going to testify against like crime lords.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
that he's like ran away to Alaska to try to get away from the cops. They find him. They try and bring him back, and they're on a plane, and the pilot ends up being like not who he says he is, and he's here to assassinate the one person's plane, and now they're trying to get back to America. That's it.
Ah,
So this whole movie is just this guy is trying to kill him. He's in the back chained up, and then this cop, and like Mel Gibson directed it, and I like Mel Gibson. I actually like him as an actor. I like most of his movies he directed, but this one was so bad.
have you seen Boss Level?
Yes,
God, that's a good movie.
yeah, that one was
With Frank Grillo, that was a badass movie. That was actually probably one of the better movies that have been slept on. Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen it? So it's like figure yourself like it's a video game, but you're trapped in Groundhog's Day, and you have to keep going through it and add in the
Groundhog's Day,
space time
great
continuum. It's surprisingly
lot
really
to
really
unpack.
good. It's really, and it's like he dies in all different fun ways stuff like that. But it's like a video game, but it's like in real life, but it's trapped in a time continuum space loop. So it's like but it's not that far fetched.
It sounds like Edge of Tomorrow almost. Where it's like,
Edge of Tomorrow.
pretty close.
I
pretty
like
close.
the movie. I just don't like Tom Cruise.
Pixels.
no, you don't like Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
I
yeah.
can't. So like the whole movie, I was like, I enjoy it, but if you just took him out,
Yeah.
then it would have been a great movie.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
American
Emily Blunt
Made-
went in
okay,
that movie.
I like Tom Cruise because he's like, you know,
I liked him in his older stuff.
he's self-produced in a way where it's like, you know, you have Top Gun obviously, and then you have like I like American Made. That's one of my favorite
was a
movies
badass
with,
movie,
with
yeah.
Tom Cruise in it.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Money Plane?
Money Plane.
No.
No.
Sounds familiar.
Money Plane.
Sounds familiar.
So this is like a B schlock. I mean, it's B tier movie, right? When you're talking about like, you know, you got your AAA productions like The Heat of the Town. You have Money Plane, and it's this entire
That's how
plot.
Flypaper is. Flypaper's a B tier movie.
Yeah, it was filmed during like I don't know if it was pre-pandemic and they were still struggling with like film locations. You know, like they have like one room where it's like, you know, they just have everything that takes place there. But the plane is a double decker. The lower decker, they gamble cryptocurrencies overseas, or what is it? It's in international air. So technically it's all legal, right? They like really explain all this and they're like, Money Plane. And that's like the synopsis of the entire plot. And then
Sounds like you're the pilot.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but there's like one, there is one
He's
good
the house.
actor in it, and
I believe that. That's
the good
believable.
actor was used at the very end to launder money. I'm not gonna ruin it. Okay, I'm not gonna ruin it. It's
Yeah,
like
he's the house.
They
Yeah.
like, you know, it's one of those things like
House wins.
the Rock movies where they like spend half their
BD.
budget on like one person. You know, like
That's how
yeah.
Flight
It's
Risk.
a John Cena movie.
We looked at how much the
Yeah,
budget was.
but he's in the movie for like 10 minutes and it's like a phone-in interview call. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Flight Risk. I think they spent $25 million on this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a bit for like maybe a minute where they have like military grade jet go by, and I'm pretty sure that's where 20 million went.
And they didn't use stock footage.
I'm pretty sure they rented out.
Like, why
jet.
wouldn't you?
They
Why
rented out
would
the
you?
jet. They had to pay
Why
for it.
wouldn't you?
I'm pretty sure that's where 20
It's
million
necessary.
of the movie.
Dude, even like the Top Gun original has like stock footage of flying and stuff. Like you have to use stock footage.
No,
when you
they
can.
had the pilot like wave them away and stuff. So they had to use a real pilot. And I'm pretty sure that's where like 20 million went, and then the other 5 million went to everything else. In the movie.
Just put me
Yeah.
up in a green screen and like styrofoam airplane.
Yeah.
I'll wave at you. And
Oh,
we're out.
yeah, exactly.
And we're out.
Exactly. Well, I can make that happen with a green screen. Yeah, like $30 worth of your time, maybe a donut.
You guys
because it's
didn't
on
direct
set.
We
this
could 3D print the plane. It'd be
Dude,
cheaper than that.
I'm not gonna hate on the small film director. Okay, I won't
He's
do
Mel
that.
Gibson. He's not small.
We could 3D
What
print
is he doing?
We could 3D print the plane and still be cheaper than that.
Yeah, we could do mini figurines like they did in Star Wars, the original. All of this stuff has been made before, and I think Mel Gibson did this.
Yeah, that's what.
25 mil, and he didn't. He spent 20 mil on a stock footage.
I don't know. No, I don't know if he did.
I
That's
know,
what
I
my
know,
theory
yeah.
is.
That's what my,
That's not a bad theory.
Because this movie was bad.
Didn't he just come out with like a different Gladiator too?
That one
And
wasn't bad.
That was
I
Oliver
liked-
Stone.
Isn't he doing like
Ridley
Passion
Scott.
of the Christ 2 or something
Yeah.
like that? Soon?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Or-
Oh.
Yeah, that's better
It
than.
might already be out by the time this episode comes out. I don't know.
Yeah, if they're gonna do something
Is
like
that
that,
the Book of
it
Mormon
won't
version?
it won't come out
Ooh.
until Christmas
When he
time.
comes to America.
Jesus comes back.
That's what the Book of Mormon is.
Yeah, it's like a Terminator.
He comes to and he goes to America.
Oh, did you guys hear this? That Mormons don't want to be called Mormons anymore. It's like, you guys are part of a fucking cult. They have more of a bigger cult
Jesus, we're gonna
following
have to cut
over in
this.
UK than they do here in the United States.
Oh,
Their actually
man.
membership is dropping in
Have
the
you
States.
have you ever seen the play, The Book of Mormon?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Phenomenal. I saw it on
Matt Stone, Trey
Broadway,
Parker.
dude. It was so
Oh,
fun.
Oh, you saw it at Broadway? Oh,
saw it
look
on
at you,
Broadway.
fanboy.
Yeah.
Did you get
Look at
blowjob
me.
in the end?
Yeah. No.
have you seen these like these reporters going around like asking like Trump supporters, what would you do if Jesus come back? And they go, well, only if he comes back legally, you know, like.
That's horrible, but hilarious.
I just found it funny.
That's a good joke. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Man, you're rocking. Oh my god, I can't even talk.
I got a new
You're
one.
rocking the B tier merch
I
right
see
now.
that. You got a new one.
I forgot to bring my hat, and I felt bad.
I did all
okay.
that work.
Oh, I love.
Oh, did you finish the mint and chocolate? The
No,
mint chocolate
the-
Andy's mint
Yeah,
hat?
Caitlin loves that.
Dude, it will be fabled. I don't know, like if chat will
Next
ever
time
hear
I
it.
will try to bring it in.
Or
I
see
just,
it, yeah.
I just forgot.
Which one's
I
your
did-
favorite?
Oh,
if
yeah.
you
You
had
did
to
I
pick,
had the Lord of the Rings one.
If you-
and
if
I
you
did
had
like
to-
one
the-
if you had-
hat
but I
to
like
ru-
the
Wait, was
Do
it
you like
one
the
hat
hat-
to rule it off?
do you like the hat or the sweatshirt better?
sweatshirt.
Mm.
Well, okay,
Oh, you
wait.
did a sweatshirt
Let me.
too?
That was a Christmas present.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave me a sweatshirt
Separate
that
from
had
B
like
tier.
the Lord of the Rings character.
Yeah, it was just like the ring to rule them all, and I did it like a red sweatshirt and all in the ring, all
That
in gold. And
Is
Dude,
They
sick.
had like
that's
a
sad.
character walking
It was
by.
sick.
Yeah, that red and gold just pops,
It
man.
popped. Yeah.
And then the other hat was like it was
I'm
just
still
a
looking
green
forward
hat
to when
that
you-
said, like,
when you-
the
when you-
inscriptions of the ring around
Give
it.
me my hoodie.
I'm working
I
on
wore.
it. I'm working on
I
it.
wore the
I'm sure they're
the one
pretty
green
dope.
hat where it just had the inscriptions
Mhm.
on it, and Caitlin's dad was like, "Where do you get that?" Because he's a big fan. He's a huge
Yeah.
fan of Lord of the Rings.
Well, you guys all went to Australia.
I will not tell you how much of a pain in the hat
talk
or
over.
a pain
That's
in the
why I
ass
didn't
that
try-
hat was, but I could do another one.
His hat, the like the deer hat that you gave me last time you were here.
Oh yeah.
It has like a ridge on the side that's like kind of embroidered out and like popped out,
Mhm.
and it looks really sick. And it's got like fur on it, or I don't know what the
It's
material
just-
is, like
it's just-
polyester like
Yeah.
feel to it, but it is so cool. Like that was one of the cooler hats I've seen for merch.
Speaking of fur, did you hunt any new coyotes lately?
Not yet.
Oh,
No,
Not
just
yet.
curious.
not yet either.
No.
This is which is kind of
Why,
weird
do you
because
want fur?
I wanted the fur cape.
I can do that.
That's
You
what you
can-
said
I
last
can,
time.
I can,
You can do
well,
a
I can
fur-
still do
Yeah, I
that.
know.
Like I can hunt coyotes all year round.
I know you. That's why I was
You
like,
can do like
when
a
you told me
fur,
how like
though?
you get paid for it, I'm like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Because I looked at a line for like how much it would cost me, and like for me to make my fur.
It's really not that expensive.
no, but people make it expensive because they're like,
Because you have
You
to
have to
find
tan
the
it, you have to
fur.
break-
yeah,
yeah.
You're,
Yeah,
you're
the
paying
tanning
for
is
the
the break to the
labor.
meat.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
paying for the labor.
Tanning, it's all it is like salting it right after you skin it and then like burning the inside flesh. Like
Mhm.
that's
But, like,
all it is.
and you got the
You're not
biggest
just
thing is
paying-
cleaning it so there's no
Yeah,
fleas in it
yeah,
or
yeah.
ticks.
You're paying for like, the labor, but you're also just paying for the skill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie,
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, it's a very high level
I
skill.
could do it.
Like I want like the coyote head right here. and
I
then-
can get you the high, but I don't expect you
Yeah,
to
I
to
could
put
do the
together
hide.
for
I
you.
couldn't do the.
yeah, I would do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be sick.
The only person I know that could do that is a friend of mine, but she lives down in Arizona.
I'm sure my
It's like
grandma
just
could
the
figure
center
it
down
out,
there.
but
The possibilities of YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I've learned how to do so much.
Mine's still gonna come out like disfigured or something. You know? Like,
That's fine. I'm going to stitch him and stuff. So
Looks like the Exorcist, like demon.
Looks like a werewolf.
Yeah, like you got all the contortion of the limbs different ways.
Caitlin made a joke because I told her that. She's like, "That'd be sick." And then she's like, "What if you showed him?" And he's like, "Now, can you?" He's like, "Here's more pelts. Make me more capes." And I was like, "I don't know."
So I do have a question. Do you guys want more Blackberry, or do you guys want 1776, or do you guys want something else off the shelf?
Give me
I
a
kinda
little
want
bit
more
of the Blackberry.
Yeah, I
But
kind
I'm
of want
gonna let
to
it
keep
sit
it rolling.
and get a little colder.
I think I'm gonna go the opposite. I think I'm gonna go 1776. I
That's
don't
good.
know. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Okay.
I don't know how I
I'm
feel
just
about
gonna
that.
Well,
let
you can add a little more to it.
All
Not
right,
much.
I'll top you off to the
Now,
ice.
if you get yourself a wolf, now those can get real spendy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
I
looked
saw
online.
one 2 years ago here in Wisconsin out hunting, but I didn't know.
I
if
didn't think they were legal.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're endangered still.
well, they're supposedly in danger, but it's like there's
Depending on what area you're
It's just a
in.
number.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just
yeah,
a
they're-
waiting for a number, right?
Mhm. A lot of it comes down to
Sure.
a lot of people are
That was
using the
drink
Disney
anymore.
perspective on wolves until it's like
Please,
why don't
one
you take
sip.
your I can walk your dog and see what happens.
Give
when
me a
wolf
bendy
pack
straw.
wolves
Finish
destroy
the
it.
bottle.
Yeah.
It's like they have this
Straw.
Disney
30 seconds.
perspective
Well,
on it.
you
It's like,
ever
this is
see
not
that
how
trick?
this really works.
Have
Well, it
you
works.
never seen that trick?
What trick?
no.
The bendy straw in a bottle. Have you never seen that trick?
I may have already seen it, but I don't.
You put say you have a bendy straw, put it in whatever bottle you're doing, bend it, slam it, and
Oh yeah.
release, because then it's just like
Then all the air goes to the straw.
to the bottom, allowing all the alcohol out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
that
yeah.
trick.
So
before.
you finish
So-
a bottle in 30
How
seconds.
do people chug? You know how people can like open up their esophagus?
I don't know.
and,
Yeah,
like-
we have one student like that, and I don't know where the fuck it goes.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, there's got to be people that can like learn to do it, or it's just like I
It's. I
think
think
it's
it's
in your
it's a-
inventory. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I think a lot of
I
times.
know.
it's just
I know.
like-
Every
it's
time
like,
I
oh,
try to
figured
do
out.
it, I puke. So
Yeah, I can't
I
do it
watched
myself
a
either.
video, and I
I
think
didn't
it
think
was.
chugging drinks are that hard.
it
Oh,
all depends on
no,
what,
no,
what you're
there's-
drinking.
There's like versions of chugging though too.
Yeah, where
Like I
you're
can
doing,
do
for
like
a
a
fact
water
that-
bottle.
but you're
technique.
doing like a liter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People
Like,
people can do like
slamming it.
you know it'll be like one beer or whatever, but they can finish it in like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. My cousin can do 2.5 seconds. That's where he's at right now. And
I could shotgun one in that time, but
Yeah.
you can't though, like with all of the air in it or whatever. But all I know is that I watched a video of a guy at like an Eagles tailgate. Like it was right before the Eagles were in playoffs or whatever. And this dude, well, it was like, okay, I will challenge you $10 for your 20 if I can chug a beer faster than you. And this guy had probably like 15 beers in him, and he was winning every single chug off. And I don't understand like how he did it.
you just throw
But-
him back. He's from Wisconsin. That's how.
It's real popular at the gay bar. but I've seen those videos where people polish off an entire bottle of Jack or Crown
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
this is
I
what they-
used to be
They
like
just
that.
open up and
Yeah.
go though.
Well,
There
like,
has to be some like
I always did
trained
the party
thing.
trick with the straw. Then I was just like, oh, I bet everybody at the party I could finish a bottle in
Whatever
under a
second
minute.
is, yeah. I don't know how to do
Have you
it.
seen the ones where they take like a water bottle and just like do this and just crush it and then
I have seen that.
Yeah, I would die.
see that I don't think I could do because it's just so much force.
Yeah.
Well, on
I
top of it
think
too, it's like you have all the extra oxygen that's in your stomach. So
That's
that's
what I
it's
mean.
gotta
I-
go someplace.
they find
I
a
would
way
be
to
afraid.
like cut
I'd be
that
afraid like I'd
oxygen off,
inhale
that
and all
bubble
that
out.
water would just go in my lungs. Like that's how.
Me, I'd cough it up right up my nose.
That's how
like,
you die.
like yeah, that's how I die. I drowned.
1,000 ways, man.
I drowned from a water bottle.
He was found dead, drowned in his chair.
With like a crushed water bottle next to him.
Wait,
It's like a weird-
the phone's still
water
recording.
bottle.
Let's watch. The phone's.
Okay.
What
I'm
is
happy
this? What is
somebody brought
this?
this up. Okay, good. I left it here as like a party favor, but I didn't want to I
What
didn't
it-
want to bring it up.
What is it?
I know
I'm
why.
looking
I'm
at
interested.
the milligrams, but I don't see
Yeah.
anything on there.
I
These
thought
are
it was
not edibles or anything like that. Don't
Fucking
get
lame.
your eyes up over here, bud.
I know. I was thinking the
I
same
thought
thing
it was a
too.
fidget
Like,
toy for a
Mom
second,
of
but
these extreme sour blue raspberry blast.
I don't do sour very well.
Hell yes.
Eat one, Brad.
All right.
We're gonna kill everybody on the pod here.
Can I sign a favor saying Caitlin gets some of the money?
So is this like a
These are really sour candies. And me and Kayla found this person through TikTok. So shout out to Mama V.
Have you had these?
I have had them.
Just
So I'm gonna have
smell
a pretty
the diabetes.
I'm
in
gonna
this
have
thing.
a really
Oh,
good
yes.
tolerance for this.
Oh,
Like-
yes. Yes,
Then-
I'm
then we-
already
Yeah, try to grab them with like
excited.
less powder.
I'm
'cause
already
these things
excited.
These things are crazy. But this would be like, yeah, might as well.
I got in
honestly.
trouble
Like-
in school for doing
You
that
can
with
floor
pixie
'em.
sticks. So
Oh yeah.
that's-
Yeah,
I need to
that's
have
one of
not-
those.
I got in trouble with that back in the 90s.
Yeah,
We
It's like
convinced the
teachers
girl to
never
do
grow
that.
up. You know what I mean?
I did it for fun.
It
Yeah,
didn't take
but
much convincing.
No,
I would watch.
it was like $5. I was like, deal.
You were more expensive than she was. We were like, a high five.
Nah.
I
All
would
about the
definitely
money.
wash this up with alcohol. It might help the burn or like the sour burn.
Well, we have this blackberry, so
But,
it might be.
Well, cheers to this. Like Mama V's.
There we go.
Do we tap on the okay.
It's a pucker. Definitely.
All right, now let's talk about something.
It's not bad.
Not bad, not bad. How about you?
I'm digging it.
Not bad, not bad. Digging it.
It's pretty solid.
Brad is dying.
I don't handle
I'm a
sour very well.
I'm a sour fan though.
Yeah. Well, it's more than a lemon head.
Oh
It's
yeah,
more
yeah.
than like a warhead.
Yeah, it's right parallel to it.
It has better flavor than the
It
Warhead.
does
It
have a
does.
lot
It
better
does.
flavor.
But warheads
But, like-
typically are hard candies. Typically.
Well, so are these technically, unless they're freeze dried candy.
He's getting the eye twitch. Hold
Yeah.
up, I'm waiting.
Is this a freeze dried?
No, it's not. I wish though. I wish.
But like, if you
Delicious.
Alicia has a guy.
It does taste good, dude.
At least
Like, the flavor is.
Once you get
profile
past
is
the
there.
sour,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
We gave it a
it's,
guy.
Gum
like,
and
it's like a
bite.
sour gusher.
Yeah, yep, that's what it is, pretty
I've
much.
had sour gusher edibles. Oh, they were trash. But Alicia
What are actually really good for edibles is the Nerds ropes.
Oh, okay.
those are pretty
Those
bomb.
are fire.
Yeah. But Alicia actually has a guy that can do freeze dried stuff.
Yeah. I need to get you a bunch of candy.
Oh, that's right. Alicia
You have,
does it.
you
Yeah.
have a candy guy?
No.
He has a candy guy.
You have a
Alicia
candy
does,
guy.
yeah. There's a guy that banks with Alicia
I'm
that
just bringing him
actually
candy
makes
to get it done for me.
freeze dried candy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's actually pretty good stuff. It's like he gets to experiment with all fun stuff. And so what he does is when he's trying a new product out, he'll bring it to the branch and they'll try it all out and give them their
So
Does he
perspective.
buy like the name brand or like the? I guess you would
Yeah,
buy
he'll
like the
buy-
generic name brand version.
he'll buy Skittles and stuff like that.
and then he just freeze dries it.
Yeah,
So how do you sell that as an IP? Like how do you sell that back to the market without?
well, because you're
getting-
doing another process
You're
to
doing
the
a remix
product.
of a
yeah,
product.
yeah, yeah.
That's so
It's
weird.
like
to me.
taking a song, changing
sell
one
for-
lyric,
you
and then
No,
send
that's
it.
remix. Yeah, remix. Send it. Yeah, like it's not an issue.
It's
but
only
But, like,
local anyway. So
I
it's
have
like
a question.
he can kind of.
What
work
happens
around
if
it,
I
yeah.
do it with like an edible, like a marijuana gummy?
I don't know.
wanna
I've
know
actually
that.
never seen that. Even in Illinois, I've never seen
I
somebody do
want to
that.
know. So if I dump a bunch of
you
my
think it would-
edibles in
Inside
a
of some-
bag
of Skittles?
and I just
There you
give
go.
them to you and just be like,
Do you
hey,
think the
freeze
fr-
dries
Do you
these
think
for
the
me?
freeze dry would get rid of the chemical compound? That's
don't
probably
know.
what it would do.
It could.
I would have a
It
guess
could.
on that. I don't know though. I don't know.
This- I'll
We'll
go
test
down the
it.
rabbit hole.
We'll test the theory. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
We
have
can-
enough
we can
to
spend a
like
few hours
share,
there-
just
there-
send
there-
it.
Shack.
We'll test the theory. Yeah.
But I like that idea. I do
Or
like
out shooting the
idea.
bow. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's very calming to do that when especially like I'll take like a 50 and I'll just
Yep.
and just enjoy life from like
The other
8
day,
o'clock
someone
until
at work
4
gave
o'clock
me
in the
like
afternoon.
I think you're supposed to rub its stomach for good luck.
yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
The other day,
I hope.
like someone outside
Beat
of
your luck, Brad,
someone
here.
outside of work gave me a 600 milligram edible.
Ooh, baby.
And they didn't tell me it was 600 milligrams.
You went to the loony bin.
Oh, I was high. And like when I say I was quiet all day, like usually I like have a conversation with anybody that walks through.
That guy
like-
went non-verbal.
Like literally like anybody walked by and I'm just like not even saying anything cuz like Well, I tried to play it off like I had my music in, you know, like, but I
He's jamming with no headphones in.
Yeah.
Lo-fi beats.
no, like
freak out and be
I had headphones in. I had to cover my bases because we just we just had another coworker get randomly selected for one a drug test, so like I had to be like cover my bases. I didn't know how strong this shit was, so I like pop it.
Oh, you had actually had to function like an adult when you were
it was not fun.
No.
I'm on light duty right now.
We don't use that word a lot. Functioning like an adult.
Oh yeah. Adult. The word adult doesn't really fly well where we live.
I'm on like restricted duties now.
I meant where we live.
I got injured. And so I'm around like all the like higher ups all day. So yeah, it was real like fun just to like sit there.
At least your eyes are always red.
Well, like
I love this song.
And then everyone's just like, "Oh, what's wrong with Phil today?" And I'm just like, "I'm just tired today." And they're just like, "Oh, okay, makes sense." And they're just like, I'm just sitting there, just like, I'm like sitting there, like cutting whatever the fuck I'm working on, and it's just like, I'm just tired. Really,
Speaking of
cut this paper like
don't.
16
No. Like I was actually doing
how
the
many
job.
times can you fold the paper? Okay, like,
right now, with which hand?
No, so I've been
You
kind
can fold
of
with one hand. That's talent.
Yeah.
guys. I've been
At least
kind
once.
Of not straight lines.
Lordy. Oh yeah, you just say straight. You just say how many times can
I
you
have too
fold
many
it?
drinks in front of me.
Like a couple times.
Oh, why are you straightening them out?
Well, this way then you have less options.
Stacking.
Oh, okay. all
This
right.
way
That's
you're
fine.
not trying to grab.
You don't straighten out because you have like OCD or something. Okay, anyway.
I'll stack them then.
I'm
He straightened them out. I'll
Yeah.
stack
You
them.
know that.
You like attack
We drinking
OCD.
Yeah, I
stoplights.
need to.
All
No,
right.
wait, don't do that.
We're drinking stoplights.
All right, so I've been kind of obsessed lately with a guy named Padre Guilherme. I'm gonna botch the name, whatever, butcher it.
Yeah.
This guy is a Brazilian or Spanish of some kind, Catholic priest,
Okay.
and he plays DJ music. So he does like deep house rave music, and he like inserts prayers into the middle of the break sessions. Right, so he does like a kind of weird, like
So it's like it's his own sermon.
yeah, and he'll have like priests bumping out. He'll have everybody. So he ended up playing the Rio de Janeiro like Jesus statue in Brazil, and all the lights are flickering off and on. It is midnight.
So he's like
there.
marshmallow up there.
It is marshmallow, but
So it's like, "Our Father, be thy name." Boom, boom, boom.
he'll
boom.
take a prayer hymn. So it'll be like, Ave Maria. And he'll just insert that into like the deep house, like just electronic music. It's almost like an IO or like a
Rip on some ecstasy.
yeah. Well, like, like a mushrooms, like a electronic mushrooms guy or something like that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people are probably into those circles, but this guy is like turning evangelism into some type of DJ type house rave.
Crazy.
And like I said, he'll do prayers in between the down breaks of songs. I've been kind of obsessed with it. Like I don't really like follow, I don't really do all that stuff, but I wish I could say his name better because I butcher it so hard, but like
Butcher it. Yeah, I get you.
it's something that's so funny to me where it's just like this guy is inserting prayers into like this deep house rave music that I remember listening to when I was younger. And then like,
that's how I first found like NF too.
yeah.
like,
NF, really?
He was throwing like Bible verses and stuff into his rap music.
Yeah.
Imagine like you guys in like a small town. How did you find Jesus? And you're like,
Well,
this.
Well,
You
like
were Drax before Drax became Drax.
Well, for real though, like, I don't know. I mean, it's
That's pretty insane.
powerful stuff. I guess.
Around
I don't
here,
know.
Anyone, amen.
Around here, it's Jesus.
Yeah, Padre Guillermo or Guilherme. I'll send you a link to him because I'm sure I have it somewhere around.
Is he on YouTube? That's how you
Yeah,
discover
if
him?
you look up his if you just look up his name on YouTube, you'll probably find all of his sets. So he played he played a set in Australia that was 1 million people there, and
Wow.
he had priests in the background doing sermons in between his sets and stuff like that. It is crazy. But he just took this different level to I've never really seen a DJ do that before.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be a Catholic priest on top of that,
Right.
say what you will about the church or whatever, but it definitely cool.
If I was if that was a thing back when I was going to church, I would have stayed in church
I
a
would
lot
have been
longer.
in church a lot longer. Yeah, the angelic hymns in between deep
just
house
to
music, and he's a good DJ.
But
too.
to keep my attention like that, you know what I mean? Okay,
Well,
you can keep your attention to. Oh man.
Sure.
You're just like my brother.
Boom. Amen.
man.
That's what we need.
Smoking the God's lettuce.
Burning bush, you know.
Yeah.
Come hither to the
So-
burning bush.
Yeah, so just something
Tell me
that
your
I
sins.
thought about when you said
You know,
hey, raven in the head.
The guy behind me opens up the beer in the pew behind me. I laugh so hard I spill my weed. You know. Great.
Yeah, if you could smoke in church, I think you could get a lot more of the youth out
Cantheism
there.
and this place. Great, let's go.
Cannabis and Catholicism. Let's mix the two together.
Cantheism.
Cantheism is
What's
the
that?
religion about smoking marijuana and getting closer to God and opening up your horizons about
What's the difference between that and Rastafarianism?
I feel like that's
The name.
just for the Jamaican descent for Rastafarian or
Okay.
I don't know enough to even
Are you
comment
a
on that.
pantheist, or are you
I
how do
don't- I
you
don't-
practice that? What do you mean?
I don't know. That's a touchy subject. I don't know. I don't.
I think we can cover it on B tier.
Well, it's just
YouTube, will you allow this?
I don't know how to describe what I am because I believe in a higher power because I kind of have to for my sobriety purposes.
Okay.
But I don't believe there's one person
this
that
might
just
be a good question for the pod then. So we can
This
get
may-
out of
I think-
personal.
I think we
if
need
you
your
want to.
grandpa on here for this question.
If we can get out of personal,
I like that. I like where your head's at.
if we can get out of personal for a moment. Okay.
I need
What-
your grandpa here
what do
for
you
confirmation on to see
Yeah,
his reaction.
He'll confirm you.
Yeah,
Into some faith. I don't know. Some cult or something. I don't know.
Hey,
No,
it
so
may be worth the risk now.
what?
Risk it for the biscuit.
I
Risk it
guess,
for the
Brad, do you think that we have some ultimate purpose? Do you think that you as an individual have some almost higher calling that you have to reach or get to?
Not about higher calling, but I do feel not on me. I do feel events happen for a reason.
No,
Okay. Is that do you think Calvinism, something like that along that line? If you don't know what that is, that's you have a predetermined spot. All the events that are happening in your life are leading you to that outcome regardless? Or
yeah,
do
but
you think
I can agree with that, but I won't say it's a higher purpose. I think maybe all these things are making you who you are.
Yeah.
And then this is the end result. These are the paths that got you there.
Mm-hmm.
And they already are already somewhat drawn out.
By who?
I believe in a higher purpose.
Okay. How
I
you?
am religious.
Okay.
I think God's a gamer
I think it's a
because
sitcom.
I think we are a saved profile that he's totally forgotten about. Game that's just
I just saw that. I just saw that meme.
I think
yeah.
It describes me 100%. It's just I think he totally just next game.
Yeah, he
Right.
built he
built this it's
he
like a
painted
Minecraft thing.
He painted a canvas and
built
then that
your whole
canvas is over here on the
thing, and
floor
then
now.
you get
But
rated
he's doing
once.
the new canvas
you
now.
get rated once in your Minecraft thing, and you're just on to the next one.
Yeah.
Loser
So he's
got rated.
Well, you know what I mean.
I think the argument is hey, does he
I don't know. I never played Minecraft.
does he
but
ever come?
Never.
Really?
Does he ever
Never.
come back to his old save? That's always the question,
See-
right? Did he come back to his old save?
Probably not.
That's the question.
No, I think we got discarded.
Okay.
I think
But
he's.
a lot of people,
I
like-
think he's done playing this game.
Yeah. A lot of people would disagree with that. So like that's where
I
I'm
think
like,
it's a sitcom. Like he's just kind of watching.
Oh, we're just a TV show.
Yeah.
I
He
like
kind of
that.
watching.
Yeah.
Truman Show.
Like, and then like there are
Well,
some
like
things that
I think stars are up there just so holes in the container so we can breathe. You know.
that would be amazing. It's just a black piece of paper with holes.
man.
And it should rotate it because it's just
And then
white.
we get the lamp on during the day. You know, we're like a lizard.
We're like a lizard.
We get
I
the
love
lamps
lamp.
during the day, and then night.
We are
black
indeed the lizard
sheep.
people, man.
Are we the aliens that made the dinosaurs go extinct?
Do you think Adam
You know,
and
like,
Eve
are
was
we the aliens they talk about?
Do you think Adam and Eve was the transport ship from Mars? Like that's the real question.
Are we the aliens
I
they
don't
talk
believe in that
about?
theory,
though?
but I like that theory.
I like that theory
Because
too.
no
hilarious.
human
How about
is
you, Jeff?
exactly the same.
What do you think? Do you think we got like purpose? Do you think there's an ultimate end goal for every person, every individual?
So I've thought about this on numerous occasions in my own time, and I think what ended up happening is that people are kind of like NPCs, and it's like it takes a certain key interactions in society that will change you from being an NPC to someone that's actually
I call
finds
them
it.
side characters too.
Side characters, but it's like it pulls you out of the matrix, and you recognize it, and you're able to move on forward to do more. That's why people they say I have a higher power, higher calling based off of the actions that you provide in society. So it's like for those who like to teach, that something happened in your life that recognize that you need to switch, that gives you more of a powerful foundation than it is just to go to work, come home, have kids, whatever it is. Because there's always those people that's like, hey, what do you have what exciting things do you have going on in your life? And then they have nothing. They're just an NPC. They have nothing. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I wake up, go home. That's it. But like when you ask somebody that's not an NPC, it's like, oh no, I'm actually going to be doing X. I'm going to be doing Y. I'm going to be doing Z. And
Ice fishing, podcasts. You know, like,
exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like certain instances in that person's coding recognize it's like, hey, it's like we can jump them out of that. Like kind of like what we do with this podcast. It's like, but podcasting is easy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay?
but it's something
B
that
tier, baby.
something that happened in our lives that
When
brought
the
us
hosts
all
have
together.
higher
I
standards
blame this
than
fucker
the
right
podcast
here.
is supposed
I blame
to be.
B tier.
That's why we're just good enough.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's
But
like
B tier also like expanded my horizons with so much stuff that's like going positive for me in my life, where it's like I don't know if I would have still been here if it wasn't for B tier pod or like being friends with all you guys. Like I don't know if I'd be still on the same path, but like
Oh, when you said
Not-
being here, I was like,
no,
Phil,
like not as
is this getting like a
not
really
as
deep?
successful.
Okay.
Like I'd still be on the same path, but like not as successful as I am right now without you guys. So thank you for that.
And like with Phil and I, we started a side project called Stream with the Stream.
Yes.
Or Stream with the Stream. And I think it's a fun aspect of our things because like when we go out
Not you,
fishing,
Jeff.
it's going to be a podcast because the upside is like we're going to have some downtime unless for some odd reason
Yes.
the fish whistle works. But you know, it's like we have the
There's gonna
different
be
things.
a lot of editing that out.
What's that?
The fish whistle.
I think so too. I think we're going to have a very fun conversation regarding.
The blackberry is good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good banger.
Mixed in with like the sour, like
I'm just excited to like when you have a bow in your hand, and like I'm excited that he got into guns.
Dude, yeah, we get to
the
hunt
next thing
soon.
is the next thing is
hunted.
once you shoot your first couple animals with a gun, it's like you're gonna get bored. So the next logical progression is a bow.
Well, and if we can get like permission on
I got way
land
off this. I don't know what we're
altogether
talking about.
or something,
Yeah.
You're talking about hunting.
let's go.
Along with getting permission on private land, then we
This
also
is
have
how
the
Jeff
options
saves.
for
We'll
public land too.
interject.
So
I don't like
Is that a
public
Jeff
land.
save film?
Don't like it. Don't
Well, I-
like it.
it's like I've had really good interactions on public land, but it's like I like the ability to work on private because then you can groom it to be a better sanctuary for a better habitat, not only
Groom your habitat.
for whitetail, but if you do it right
Just
for
our
whitetail,
Zen garden over
you
here.
can go
Zen
from whitetail to cottontail.
We watched
squirrels.
We watched Spaceballs yesterday.
Yes,
I love Spaceballs.
love that
Do you
movie.
think we took comb in the the desert too seriously.
Comb the desert.
Comb the
We
desert.
found shit.
Man, we ain't
So whenever
found
someone's
shit.
like all day today, when someone's grooming or anything that has to do with the comb, that's all I can think of.
Oh right. Oh, it's a classic. Mel Brooks is
Hell yes.
phenomenal.
Hell
Mr.
yes.
Coffee.
I don't know if you know. So the guy who made
Mel
when
Brooks.
Mel Brooks, when he like got the script for Spaceballs, he had to go to all his movies saying, "Hey, can I get a spin-off of your movie?" He went to Star Wars, George Lucas, and he's like, "Hey, can I make a spin-off?" He goes, "Yes, but you cannot do any merch, and you can't use Han Solo." So he made
All the
Lone
merch.
Star. And then they have the whole tidbit where they're like merchandising.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
All the merchandising takes place in the movie.
So you have Robin Hood Men in Tights, and you
So
have
funny.
that came out in
They're
'93,
working on
and you have
they're working on the script for Spaceballs 3, the search for Spaceballs 2.
There was a
No
2.
way.
there-
Yes, there was a 2. Yes.
So funny.
Yes.
It's kind of like
Two is great.
History of the World Part 1. They're like they were very.
I need a basketball part 2.
Dude, that is so
that would
good.
be,
All right.
it's we're 25 years out
Brad.
from it. It's time for it. I
It's
agree.
time for a podcast question that comes with
Dude, we could just go down the rabbit hole of Mel Brooks for another 20 minutes.
I
if
don't
we
want to do
to.
that though. That's why we have a question in the hat.
It's about Mel Brooks. Watch.
I didn't even answer the other question I asked. It doesn't matter. Is there a purpose in life? I don't know. B tier, I guess. Go ahead.
Just good enough, right?
Yeah, it made you
This
look.
question's just good enough.
If coming to this podcast every other Friday is my purpose in life.
What
You
if
made it,
was-
Brad. You made it.
Brad, what if? That is so, dude. We can make a whole series on that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
know.
Caitlin every time. It's my purpose, love.
Do you
Not
wanna
having
get-
a family with you. It's
the only thing I need to live for.
Yeah.
For the pod.
That's a Cards Against Humanity.
a 30-minute drive here for the pod.
Dude, we should write a whole thing on
Window
Cards Against
roll down.
Humanity.
For the pod.
That should be a card
you can
inside
break all the
Cards Against
NPCs.
Humanity.
I can make that with the create your own though. Like
When
for
I
the
see
pod.
someone looking at
For
me,
the
I push a
pod.
button so like a
For the
banner falls
content,
down.
for the vine. Yeah.
A banner comes. Someone sees me like, what is that guy? Push a button,
tier.
banner comes out. B tier on YouTube.
Made you look.
That's what I want to do with like
Gotcha, bitch.
I want to do QR codes. Just like
Yeah.
on the back of shirts and just
So-
be like walking around.
You
and
attach
just
it
be
to
like,
Phil, one of my old business cards for What It Do Productions.
What
way
YouTube
back
channel
in
are you on? And then you just do this as a tattoo of the.
Hey, I'm diabetic type 1, but here's like a QR
No, it's
code.
going on my face.
That's more.
Yeah. Go like underneath the tears up.
yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Create a QR
Like in the
code.
shape of
Doesn't Brady's hair look like it's a
Create a
Jewish
QR
braid right
code.
there?
What is my hair
Yeah.
doing right now?
It looks like
You
Jesus.
create a QR code for this page.
Fucking Jared Leto?
I will do it.
Jesus, okay.
I will do it. If you create a QR code, I will do it.
You get a tattoo.
No,
Right
so
here.
Oh my god.
Straight up. I will do it.
It's
So,
semicolon,
back
but it's
when-
a QR code.
Back when I actually wanted to do like YouTube for a
Do it.
living, I had
Do
I had a
it.
business card called What It Do Productions.
What it
right?
do?
And What It Do, right? It was like the idea of just having like a YouTube channel that I could actually like make small budget movies.
Mm-hmm.
That was my entire idea. And of course, you put one out and it gets reamed by the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody thinks that you're doing it seriously, but like they're making fun
It's
of
just a
everything that
joke,
you're
yeah.
doing. And it's just like, dang, like I was trying to do gunshots realistically with like a flare gun. You know what I mean? You can't do it. But if we ever get QR codes,
You just need to make
and
one.
you ever got it tattooed, I would cause it like it would be a business expense. So like we could put that underneath taxes.
Can I write it off for taxes?
I would write it off for taxes, but yes,
You would write off my
I
tattoo
would
for
pay,
taxes?
I would pay for it
Deal.
after Divine Media.
They'd be like, Phil
I'll
killed
see.
someone. No, he's on a podcast.
Even worse.
He killed
He's
himself.
on a podcast, and it's his only purpose in life.
That means I
You
need, I
gotta
need
zoom in
two.
real big to see that, but as a QR
Every
code.
Monday and Friday.
I need you to create two.
Ooh.
Stream for the stream and this one.
There we go.
You
Because
get
then I need 2 teardrops.
Oh my God, you killed 2 people?
Just myself
You're
twice.
on 2 podcasts? You,
Well,
killed-
it'd be fitting for me because I've been brought back twice.
you have been brought back twice.
Yeah.
But don't
Fucking
get him on your
Jesus
face. Please. Get him on like...
Where else do I get teardrops?
Yeah. You put it on- you put it on
Brady,
his
when you
nutsack.
cry, where does it go?
the tip of my dick.
It's the goat.
This whole time.
I'll get one on each side.
Yeah.
Well, since he worked as a chef, it's like he could call out the goat from waiting. It's like, oh, hold on 1 second. Let me get my camera there. Look at those balls.
You get him on the back of your ball sack, dude.
No.
I would pay for
That's-
that.
Oh, no, that'd be the bat wing. That'd be the bat wing.
The parachute.
Maybe.
We get like the dolphin. Like we do like the stretch out, and then we get it on the side, both sides.
If you got the QR
parasail.
code with a parachute,
QR code parachute right here.
Yeah, the parasail is what we call that.
Oh, I could do that like temple and have it bigger right here. Mm.
So what question did you get there?
Across the
Yeah, we haven't
forehead.
even asked this question.
B tier.
Hey, don't worry
Right
about it
here.
yet.
Will you get a tattoo on your face? Yes, I will.
Yeah, across the forehead.
if you're gonna have one
Don't tempt
tattoo,
me.
2 tattoos back to back.
Don't tempt me.
I pay for it. That's advertising.
Mushroom stamp.
this
We'll do it like a subscription service. We can do like $12 a month. Just to get
You
tattoos.
scan it during pod, you may get 10% off like
$12?
merchandise or something.
You
Yeah.
get 15% off on your next order.
And the next
tier.
order never and the 50% never shows up.
B tier is not worth $12 a month.
I think we are.
We're
Wow.
B tier.
Wow.
Lower the standard.
Yeah, but like
$6.
the amount of-
$6 a month.
No, that is.
the amount of editing I do on this pod is definitely worth like $12.
That should be a video by
the
itself.
AI editor that does a lot of our work. Okay, like,
Maybe by this time this one comes out.
yeah, no, it will. It's
Maybe.
it's already working. It's already working. It's learning the algo, dude. I'm like, okay, so
Not
last
from
time
what you
were
said
on,
the other day.
It's
Not
getting
from what
there.
you said yesterday. Literally yesterday.
Is getting there. Okay,
I'm gonna have to sit here and teach this shit a lot.
I mean, it'll learn.
Eventually.
It'll get
So
there.
would I, but
I know, but I'm training an AI editor to
Wow.
do my work.
I'm not good enough.
It's been a week.
B tier.
No, I'm C tier at that point. I'm not good enough.
Right.
Oh my God, guys.
Because B tier is good enough.
Imagine
No,
Brady.
Okay,
Imagine
hold up.
Brady having a kid saying, "It'll learn."
It's watching everything I do. Even the kid. I'm talking about the kid and the editor. They're watching everything I do.
He takes a shit in the typer. Yeah, here, learn.
Not good enough.
Yeah. Clean yourself up. Get yourself up by your bootstraps. That's what I was taught by my grandma.
Throw him in the water to teach him how to swim. Here, learn.
Yeah.
But you know that quote
6
had-
feet deep right away.
that quote's been so
Awesome.
bastardized since the Civil War. Nobody really knows what it means. It's like pulling up by the bootstraps is actually pulling up a dead carcass
Yes,
by the
I
bootstrap.
know. Yeah.
dragging
when
them
you
out,
say-
yep.
Yeah, dragging them out, yeah.
Yep.
But you have to do it, and that's the important part. Nobody else is going to do it, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just good enough.
Just good enough. Made you look. All right, what's this question? Dude, we can do rambles like all day of
We're
just
just
like
looping.
We're professionals.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
looping.
Brad tier, man.
We're good at it.
I'm gonna. Okay, if you could do anything and know that it couldn't fail, what would you do? Not investments.
Not investments.
Oh, you
God.
added to the question.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because
You know how many you
the
wrote?
not investments thing adds like that. Okay, I'm investing
You
in
slowly saw
myself
my answer.
when I'm putting B tier out there, so I can't do B tier. No, if I knew that something couldn't fail, but I put time into it, I think I would like want to run a marathon, like a full length marathon.
You're like,
Why don't you do a fucking
I don't know.
Ironman? Biking, swimming,
Oh
and running.
yeah, I guess I can't fail. That's a marathon. Like how many swimming miles is that? That's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your definition of failing? Because you could be last place, but you did it.
Oh. Yeah, that's a whole different.
Like everyone's already
good point.
passed.
This is
Half
like,
an hour goes
A
by.
tier stuff. Huh? Yeah. Well, no, you're right. You're right because like failing would be in like my mind. So
Yeah.
like what
So, like,
would I
not
count as failure?
Finishing the triathlon could be failing.
You
but-
know, Dude, this is part of like the upward spiral, right? You never really like fail if you move up all the time. So like, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, because we
An Ironman would be better than a marathon, definitely. Maybe a lot of swimming. I know I couldn't fail. So yeah.
I think swimming's only like 10 miles.
You know what though? Even better than that. Have you guys seen the Isle of Man before?
Isle of Man.
The Isle of Man is a place where all of the top motorcycle racers go.
Oh, my dad.
Okay.
Thinking
Here I
about
thought it was
doing-
going to be a gay bathhouse.
But they race like, I don't know, 210 miles an hour average.
And
they
they,
go
take, like,
all
ridiculous
across
turns.
the aisle, and this would be close to like F1 of motorcycle.
Okay.
And I think if I could realistically do that without failure, I would do that. But that's the problem. I don't like motorcycles.
Really?
That would just be something to accomplish at that point. The other one would just be some athletic foot. I think I would do something like with the Olympics. I think I would get a gold medal.
They
or
go
something.
like 200 miles an hour, and then they take like U-turns basically, and so they like had to come to like an almost complete stop. And when you have like 50 bikes doing that,
Yeah.
there's crashes.
And, dude,
And then like sometimes like the
there's
people on the
videos-
sidelines are getting hit by motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. Like they have fatalities every year,
Yeah.
and there's a video where they did everything in slow mo, and you can see their elbows getting approximately like 1 centimeter away from the ground with how tight of turns they're taking.
Jesus.
So,
That's
like-
insane.
And
Well,
like
they,
I said,
they
I'm
also
not-
wear like rub guards.
Oh,
and
yeah, I'm
just in
familiar
case,
with
yes,
racing.
like-
but
Yeah.
I mean
Or
they're
like-
going
or like
210. Those are gonna wipe
when
that
we were
out.
skating as kids, we had the skate gloves that had like the marble or whatever in the like palm, so like we could like throw our hand down and like
Yeah.
guide where the fuck we were going instead of like tearing up our
But
hands. or-
you're
dip-
avoiding
ditching the
getting
void.
traction. So this way you're able to glide across without
yeah.
having something catch.
or
Yeah.
like tear up our hands or have to jump off our board like and
I kn-
lose the board.
I think another cool thing to do, like without failure, would be like make a horror movie. If you could like make a horror movie and it like sold out in box offices like right away, it would be something that I would love to do. But it's just something that like is so far out of the thing is like I know that's my ultimate goal is to like make a horror movie. Like I want to do that properly. I want to do it right, and I want to
Let's
do
do
it
it.
like with scripting and everything. I'm gonna have a lot of people for that. But
I'm
it's
in.
just
I'm in.
it's
I feel
so
like you
hard
have
to,
4 actors right here.
yeah, 4 actors. Oh
Gotta be
man,
Six, or
That's all you
like,
need.
yeah,
Yeah.
6, probably 7.
we probably have more
8,
people.
Yeah.
We can probably get.
well, all of our
if Janet
significant
can do that high pitched scream, we got her.
all of our significant others.
She was
would-
on the pod, dude. She was fun.
all of our significant others could be in it too. So that's 8 right there.
Yeah. So maybe it is something like, guys, the budget for like everything that I want to do is like, top quality, A, triple tier, all that. So we'll get there, but it's just,
Will we produce it
imagine-
under B tier?
Can you
we'll
make
do it
sure?
under after Divine Media, but yeah.
Can you make sure you have like the
And many
director's
others.
chair, like the director's chair, like the microphone thing?
Oh
they use?
yeah, I can do
you
that.
got-
I can do that.
That's
for
my
the bit.
standard.
He'll
I'll
print
do that
one.
for the
He'll
bit.
print
Yeah. Brad, I'll do that. Brad.
He's sitting in like a chair.
Brad, I will do that for the bit because I know it's funny. But in the end of the day, like as a director, you have to be so involved with
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
too. It's like you don't have time.
I just need that in my life of you going ready
Yeah.
action and you're sitting
If-
in the
even-
chair with the hat.
And because we have everything, like if we're gonna pay for all of that, we're gonna have a fourth wall break at some point just to put that out there and use it.
We're gonna be the
We need
we're gonna be the
bloopers.
next Office.
Yeah.
But it's a horror movie.
We'll be Office, the horror movie. Yeah,
It's gonna be
Great concept.
It's gonna be like the show.
can-
The
we can
movie
use our
is
work.
about us making a horror movie. That's what the movie's gonna
We
be.
could use
We've done that before though.
We-
so it's
we could
like,
use
our.
our-
We have meta breaks, right? Right, like Cabin in the
We
Woods.
could use
meta
our
break,
work as
Blair Witch Project.
meta
the
break.
topic of
yeah.
our horror movie.
What is it like the
Catholic
zombie?
Church: The Return.
Have you ever seen the zombie movie that took place in one take?
I've seen
No.
that like
What movie
World
is
War
that?
I don't
II.
think
There's
so.
there's a zombie movie
There's a
that's
World War
like
II movie that did that.
World War II movie. Oh, 1917. That was a World War I movie. Did that really well?
Maybe World War. No, it was World War II.
It was-
They did like one whole like camera take, and like legitimately there's like tons of different like scenes and stuff, and these guys two guys.
Christopher Nolan. Well, that's 1917.
Yeah, 1917 is the one I'm thinking of. Two guys like kind of going
I could have
across the
sworn this was
entire
about World War II, but-
War. Might have been World War One, but
know
yeah,
either.
longest takes in the industry, right? Well, yeah, I don't know. The True Detective scene comes up when that comes up. Everybody's like on the internet right now typing out already. I can't expect to see it.
Actually, it's
Mom, get the bathroom. Yeah,
The meatloaf. Fuck.
yeah, no. No, 1917 was like, I think it was 2 takes the whole movie, and that's like 48 minutes. I think is like roughly where they like stop the first take and the second take starts. But that one is one of the higher ones. But then True Detective has a scene in it that's like 8 minutes.
What series? What season?
Season 1.
Oh,
so it's the
shit.
good season.
The good season, the best season,
You got
yeah.
Woody Harrelson and
Matthew
McConaughey.
Yeah.
But they have, I think it's episode 5 or 6. But they go in and like rob this like enemy cartel or enemy gang, and they literally have like a shootout, and the camera pans, and then they have him behind like shooting out back, and it's like the whole thing is one take, and then he gets in the van or he gets in the car of like Matthew McConaughey and dips. Or
That sounds
Woody
like
Harrelson and dips
that
out.
sounds like the second season where you have Vince
It
Vaughn
is-
in it.
I know it's season 1 for sure because I've
Okay.
never seen season 2 of that show.
Have you
Oh, I
guys
gotcha.
ever
I thought we
seen the
watched season
movie-
1 because that was more along lines of investigation of during Hurricane Katrina and going after a pedophile.
Very Paranormal was the first one. Are you thinking of the right one? Where it's like season 1 was like you had
He says very paranormal. And then
yeah, right. You had like the church investigation in season
That's
1.
just
Oh,
it.
one
Yeah.
underground
I
cult.
know.
Yeah, going after that and stuff like because they're
Yeah.
tracking down the pedophiles.
I was gonna say
over there
something,
during
but
the-
I
And
can't
they're
say it on
just
the pod.
interviewing Matthew McConaughey with
Mhm.
like
His
a beer. The
neighbor.
whole
Oh yeah, well he
I wasn't
because
gonna
they're
say that,
interviewing him
but-
because it's like
Well, go
it's
back
like
to
15
neighbors.
years after.
I can't say that on pod. So.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm done answering. Hold up, go to you.
Wait. Since I just want to say one thing. Have you guys ever seen the movie Zombies?
No.
It's literally
No.
AHHHH.
No. No.
It's like zombies. It's C-rated. It's so bad, but it's so great.
Is it better than or worse than Nation Z?
I haven't seen Nation Z, so
Mm.
this is okay. Wait. Let me just explain the
I
movie.
have 2 movies to watch now.
Nation Z is a TV show. It's got
Mm.
Murphy in it. It's got like a bunch of like the doc is so funny.
This is literally about like teenagers who like a chemical waste falls into like an ice cream stand. One of the teenagers worked there, and the ice cream is contaminated. They turn into zombies, and from their point of view, they're like normal. And then for some reason, just everyone else is talking really fast and moving kind of fast. But then from their like people's point of view, they're zombies, and it cuts out by like from their point of view, everything's in color, and when it goes to like people's point of view, it's black and white. And like there's like so many ridiculous scenes where like a guy like one of the zombies, the teenagers hits someone and he goes flying. The zombies have super strength, but he's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why. Like they're moving so fast and stuff, and like it's just ridiculous. Like it's so absurd. It makes it great. And I
All right.
love this movie.
Okay.
We saw it in high school, and I think everyone needs to see it and know about it.
Well, like, there's another one like that. That's a TV show called iZombie.
That was great.
Yeah, have you seen that?
was
So a couple
great.
people have seen that probably. But yeah, that's very similar. It's not like the whole black and white color
was
switch, but
great.
When like Warm Bodies came out, like Caitlin made me watch that, and I was like,
That was decent.
It was
That was
good.
decent. That
But
was
I was,
decent.
pretty
I
solid.
was
Yeah.
deep down. I was kind of,
Yeah.
this is a rip
One
off
of
of my
the early
zombies.
Nicholas Hoult,
dude, I am such a fan of like the earlier Walking Dead seasons. So
Oh, yeah.
hard to
Oh, yeah.
compare.
Yes,
So hard
yes.
to catch
I
up
like
to it.
the early seasons. After season 4, I kind of was like,
Yeah.
eh.
Season 4 is like the biggest checkout, and then season 7 I think was the other big
I never got
checkout.
back into
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. You're not missing anything. I watched it to like watch the autopsy of like a death, you know? Like you kind of have to know how it dies. And yeah, they ended up doing
I don't
like a
think I
bunch
ever
of
finished
spinoffs.
it. I think I
and
like stopped at like.
Fear of the Walking Dead came out. And
I think
that
I
was,
stopped at like
eh.
season 7.
all right,
Yeah,
ish.
season 7.
So
Yeah.
Jeff.
How about Jeff?
So if something I could do that it wouldn't fail would be a MMO FPS.
MMO FPS.
Yeah.
So like Planet Side 2.
We
Mass
gotta make a
Effect.
movie, make a video game.
Mass Effect with Gears of War.
Mm.
Okay. Mass Effect and Gears of War. Dude, Gears of War, like the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gears of War 2 going kind of like further back into that.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
love to see an FPS version of that game.
Making an MMO too on top of that too. It's like you always have content coming through, and you have and since it won't fail, you have constant revenue of money coming in.
Yeah.
Eventually, you charge $15 a month.
That'd be awesome. And Isle of Man was my answer, not horror movie. Well, I guess horror movies.
What
Probably
was your answer?
Isle of Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the motorcycle,
motorcycle race,
My bad.
Yeah.
Now you can make a movie if you want.
I think we'll make a movie regardless.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
It'll
It's gonna
fail,
be the B tier movie.
But it'll be the B tier movie. We've talked about it like 4 or 5 times on this channel. Dude, we just need to get money. Like,
He's already
Can we call it B tier the horror?
He's already made movies.
Oh my God,
I
Brad.
make game trailers.
He's made a movie.
You
I-
have
Between
made a
him and
game
Kayla, it's
trailer.
between
Yeah,
him and
you've seen
Kayla.
it.
Very similar to how I make
Different
movies,
movie.
but
Different
fully.
movie. I didn't see that version.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay,
seen.
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen any versions,
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I want to watch that either.
The girl next door.
That's disgusting.
In high school, I was in a video like class, whatever, and the final was you had to make a movie trailer or a game trailer or something. And me and my best friend made a game trailer for Modern Warfare 6.
hell yeah.
Yeah, we had Nerf guns, and there's a scene in it where we had like a sniper rifle and the camera's on the scope
Oh hell
in
yeah.
first person view, and you just hear, and then like me and the crosshairs getting like shot down. It was fantastic. Yeah. I got A+. Pass me.
Right. So
You
Phil,
sold it. You sold it.
What's your cannot fail
Without fail,
without
dude.
fail?
Without fail. You could do anything.
Without fail. I'd rob a bank.
I think that
Who are
falls
you
under.
taking with?
Wait, I think that falls under.
That's the name of the
the-
title. I'd rob a bank.
I'd rob a bank.
I'd
I
rob
think
a
that
bank.
falls under investments.
No.
Does it though?
You're doing it for the thrill.
Does it though?
Dude, robbing a bank without fail was
Without fail.
a good answer.
Okay.
But if I couldn't
the
do that
inside
because
man?
of
Yeah.
investment
Meet the fake wall.
purposes,
Yep.
that's a tough one. Like,
I like
if I couldn't
that
do
one.
that because of investment purposes.
Like I was gonna use that same idea. I just didn't know if it would fall under investments.
You never know.
You're investing in all the gear and then you make money.
That's fair. That's fair.
Didn't want a viewer to be like, "That's investments."
I don't think a viewer's gonna watch this. You're fine. If anything, they have that.
I think I'm gonna start like a marijuana restaurant
Ooh.
where everything's infused with marijuana.
The wild fills is back,
in
baby.
some sort of way.
All right.
There's actually-
Either it's like
So-
it's smoked or it's like baked in.
For
like,
context, there's an
infused.
episode of B Tier called "The Wild Fills,"
It's back, baby.
and he's brought this up on the pod before. I love it. I love it.
Well, that one was the wild game restaurant.
Yeah, but you said you would do something with desserts or something with like
I
with
said
putting
there-
weed in it
we-
or whatever.
Well, like
you
we
know.
went on the conversation of like cooking
Sour
with cannabis.
gummies. That's what you need to do.
Well,
There's actually a
Cooking-
restaurant that does that.
well, there's a TV show on Netflix or Hulu too that's called Cooking with Cannabis. That
Damn.
they have different celebrities and guests on that like compete for.
First episode is
No, it's like compete for like
Snoop
$10,000 per episode or
Without
whatever.
fail, dude. You could
But
get,
it's just like
you can get
random
on.
people around the U.S. It's just
Well,
like,
they had a couple celebrities in there too
Oh,
as well that were known in the
but
industry.
like they had the celebrities.
Martha Stewart.
No, they had
Snoop Dogg.
they had the celebrities like judge. So like they ate everything.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah. Because they were one, they're connoisseurs, but two, they also had no like.
Well,
Yeah, I
take.
think,
and
I think
you're not
there's like
gonna-
a level of how much weed you put into
There's only,
everything.
but, like,
Because if
every
you wanna
meal was
put-
like 3 milligrams.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want it so
still-
low
but
because
still
you want
it's
people
like,
to enjoy
I would
it.
start you off with like a little CBD or like Delta 8.
Yeah.
So it's like you start feeling it, you start calming down. Your main course is going to be like your
Would it
pure
be?
your pure THC 9. So it's like it's going to get you high.
Yeah.
And you're going to like finish it
just
and then
enough
You're
for
not
dessert.
gonna be able to drive home. Yeah.
No,
Well,
you
like,
wouldn't.
through this experience, you're only getting like maybe
10 milligrams, maybe 15.
maybe 15 milligrams. So you could probably drive, depending on experience, obviously.
I think it also depends on like what you order. And,
well, like no,
there's some
like
people
all
who
my
want-
appetizers are gonna be like, oh, Delta 8. So it's like you're just
2
starting to
milligrams,
feel it, and then my main course is gonna be like it's gonna hit you in the face, like, and then dessert is gonna be another Delta 8. So it's gonna like wean you back down.
Okay.
So it's like you're not gonna leave like super stoned.
Yeah.
But it's like you're gonna feel it.
For everyone who knows me, I don't participate.
Yeah.
But I have nothing against it.
And like
And I'm
I'd
more
have
like,
different like sections. Obviously, it'd be like beginner, advanced,
well,
experience.
like if you
like
go to a restaurant
tier,
there,
B tier, C.
well, it's just like it's just like
Yeah.
how familiar are you with taking
X, Y, and Z.
edibles
Yeah.
or just THC in general?
Yeah.
Like
There's
if it's your first time coming here, I'm gonna start you on A.
Mhm.
Like
But then the upside is by having that tier system based off, you're able to curtail or customize a menu. So this way, this way it comes down to the hostess doing all the research and asking them questions to figure out like where do they fall in the spectrum. Like
Is this your
for
first
some of
time
us here,
here?
we'll be able to go like, hey, I'm ready to go in expertise. It's like, okay, cool. So you're going. This is
like
your
me
menu.
walking in, I'm just gonna go, give me everything.
Yeah.
Like straight up one of everything.
Mm-hmm.
but there's actually like a restaurant. Caitlin found it on Facebook or whatever. He was just like watching videos and this, and it was a restaurant where they infuse like weed and edibles and all that stuff.
There's wedding venues where basically every person gets a gram to themselves.
Yeah.
Out in
But
Colorado.
this one was like the person who was like
my buddy-
there.
yeah.
She ordered like everything that was like the highest weed concentration, and she's never been high before apparently.
Oh
But-
no.
But like,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
At the end, she
Because
asked,
you wouldn't order the highest if you weren't at
well,
least
it was supposed
knowledgeable of the
to be,
subject.
So at the end, they're like, she asked
Without
like,
fail.
she asked the server like, how much have I ingested? And she had like appetizer, dessert, entree, all everything. And they're
She's
like,
like,
yeah,
400
you-
milligrams.
it was 200 and something.
Jesus,
Yeah.
200 some milligrams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
oh,
the
easy.
restaurant,
easy.
Whoa,
I could be
fuck.
wrong, but from my understanding, it's like they have like everything from 2 milligrams you could eat and
All
be,
the way
like,
up to like
Yeah.
400 milligrams of
and that's what like depends on the price because then you're also
It also depends on like what you're cooking. Like I'm gonna cook a steak in higher content than I'm gonna cook a cheese curd or like
Fair.
an
That's
appetizer. Like
Yeah.
well one cheese curd.
well, like no,
Just imagine one.
No.
You're like, whoa!
Deleted.
that would be great.
But something
I
like
will
that,
take
though, like
the
a
rest
cheese
home
curd,
and
though, you'd want to
reheat
put it like
them.
as a salt.
They're my everlasting gobstopper.
But see, if you're doing like a cheese curd,
No,
though,
so-
I'll use it just as a
You're
simple
like,
as a
no,
salt.
you can do
You
this.
apply
Wait,
apple.
Can
What?
I change my answer?
What? Is
Yeah, you can change your answer.
yeah, I don't know why you can't.
I can do something
B tier,
without
baby.
fail. I'm
Yeah.
gonna produce a Willy Wonka factory of edibles.
It's gonna
Okay.
be like the family.
All right.
Fuck yeah, the experimenting alone will be. Ooh, let's have
The
fun.
tasting room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Come on
guy.
in. Everything in here you can see is edible.
Come with me,
Yeah.
and you'll see
Different colors.
for your
Yeah, and then just like
imagination.
have all these like
Oh,
people
man.
like
Golden
working.
ticket.
Yes.
I got the golden ticket.
Have all these people working for me singing
got the
stupid
green
songs
ticket.
about what the fuck you just did. You know,
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Willy
be
Wonka.
great. Let me do it.
All right.
I
I'd
don't
be the
know.
Willy Wonka of
Willy
edibles.
Wonka
I don't know
of
how
the
well
weed
that
world.
would do.
Of
Like,
edibles.
Brad's turn.
Weed Willy
Yeah.
Wonka.
It's like I'm glad it's without fail because I imagine
Without
all
fail.
your employees just being stoned.
That's a plus.
They're like too high and they're like adding too much to the edible. It might be a plus.
Is there such thing?
It might be a plus. Might be a plus.
Some for the customer,
Some for me, some for the customer.
There's like
Hey,
old,
I'm okay with
there's like
that.
old stories of that
Phil
where
pays
people
you
like,
half in money.
And half in what you eat. Like,
so there's like old stories of that where people were like high on acid adding to the dot plotter and they're like, I'm gonna put in 200 drops. It's like one thing.
like no, yeah.
Imagine,
Like everything in these, like everything you see,
on regular.
just like
all,
yeah.
all your
you never know
all,
what
fun.
you're gonna get.
have fun.
Yeah.
all your
The green
products,
ticket, baby.
all your product has like it could be between this amount and
You
this
find
amount.
you find
It's like a
the
rough estimate.
you find the golden.
He doesn't know how much
The
is
guy was
going
way
in.
too high when he put him in there.
I'm selling the
Way
golden
too
tickets
high.
in blunt wraps. Like,
I got the green ticket.
Willy Wonka. I love that. I love that.
All right, it's Brad's turn to answer this question. So without fail, what would you do?
It's on my bucket list.
Okay.
It doesn't beat, but it's on my bucket list, and I've been like afraid to do it, but I've always wanted to do it. I always want to go in like the cage and go swim with sharks, like great whites, and then when they like put like the big stick out with like a fish at the end to feed him. But I've also seen like the YouTube videos where like the shark breaks into the cage, and then, like
The cage drops 300 feet to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah.
I don't want to be that.
Without fail. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be
fail,
like
yeah.
in the cage with this shark and all of a sudden,
Or like
and just sinks down.
skydiving, or like without fail, like bungee jumping. Like,
I would do all that without fail, though.
Apparently.
Or with fail.
damn,
too.
I should have said swimming.
I don't know
With
if
fail,
it's-
too.
I don't know if it's-
You could have swimming.
Damn it!
Phil, you could have done an Iron Man.
I should have just said swimming.
Yeah, instead of a successful business, you could have said anything else.
I want to swim with the shark
Hold
without
on,
fail.
Phil, you could actually do that shit. Like,
I just didn't want to.
Come with me, and you'll see.
You could drive a plane nowadays without crashing.
There you go. So you want to go back to Australia, swim with the great whites.
Too soon.
Too soon. That
No,
was
I already used my wish. I got the weed factory.
Wait, for the pond.
Which
it's
is
like
pretty
4 months
legit.
out.
It's pretty fucking legit.
We're fine. Oh man.
Drive a helicopter with our
Yeah, Black Hawk down. With
That everlasting gobstopper, though.
I can just
gonna
go
keep you
down.
high
Black
forever,
Hawk down.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made a product. If I'm the Weed Willy Wonka, that everlasting gobstopper is just gonna keep you high forever.
Yeah, unlimited
yeah.
gobstopper.
How long have you been doing that? 5 years.
5 years later.
Dude, you remember that? So there's an episode of Creepcast.
You're having another one.
Hold up. Oh yeah.
I need to swap this one out. Yeah, these are dope.
I like them.
I like these.
I'm good. My eye twitched enough today.
Oh, that one's way
Yeah.
more sour than the last one.
You never know what you're gonna get.
After a while, can
Kinda
miss
like
one of
weed.
you guys drink, or just like, and just do that with the powder.
Hell yes, I will. Hell yes, I will.
Oh man.
That's all. I don't know.
Me to your pod. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do we just end it here? Like,
Yeah.
I love
I'm
you
good with
guys.
that. I'm good
Well,
with that.
I actually hate everybody who comments. Thank you guys so much for commenting down below, liking and subscribing to this Beat Your Pod.
Liking and commenting. I hate everyone who comments, but I love it when you comment.
I'll never read them again.